I'm Alexandra and I'm the founder of Thrilled Labs. I'm Dutch, but I'm based in Italy. And what we seek to do with Thrilled Labs is that we want to enable Web3 projects, VCs and angels to scope out one another, to instantly talk funding, business and partnerships. So why is that? Based upon my experience working as a business development strategist in a Web3 infrastructure company, I know that we all want to become the next unicorn, and investors, of course, want to find the next unicorn, right? But finding business opportunity in Web3 today is costly and inefficient. And what do I mean with that? Imagine Matt here on your left. Matt is a VC analyst, and he receives hundreds of pitch decks per week, resulting in overload. And let's be honest, countless meetings to filter out the crap. Paradoxically enough, though, he is also very much reliant on warm introductions from colleagues. The same really goes for Julia. She cannot ever possibly oversee the whole Web3 market in terms of what is being built and who is building it, despite on every action that she's trying to do here. And potentially most grave on your right side is Josh, really. Instead of building, Josh, who is the founder of a Web3 project, and his small team spend hours a day online, looking and meeting with investors, looking for Web3 projects to partner with, but ultimately they often end up with intermediaries, and all the time that they spend online, every minute, every second that they're online, they're not building. That not only impacts their burn rate, but fundamentally it also impacts their competitive advantage on the global ecosystem of Web3. So what is the solution? It's very simple. I'm building a Web2 app that enables projects, VCs and angels to scope out one another to talk funding, business and partnerships instantly. Now, basically, think a little bit about Tinder, but instead of love, we want to create Web3 business synergies, right? So you create a simple profile. You set your criteria, who you are, who you're looking for, and mostly what you're not looking for. And based upon all that, the algorithm provides you with potential matches, right? It filters it for you. You go through the profiles by swiping, and if you like someone and that person likes you back, you talk funding, partnerships, B2B opportunities, whatever it is that you're after. And the great thing is that you don't have to marry one another, right? No, of course not. You just take it from there and see where it goes. Another unique thing, I think, is when you're visiting a Web3 conference, or you are in a new city, or even, I don't know, if you are on holiday in a tropical island, you can also use a special feature that lets you share your location. And with all the other users who are doing the same, you basically find out who is near to you in real time that is also into Web3. And in that regard, you can always meet like-minded people. So why now? Well, I would like to reiterate that we don't only seek to strengthen investment pipelines for VCs, but we also ultimately want to enable Web3 projects to find new strategic and clever partnerships by connecting with one another. And the same really goes for Web3 B2B opportunities, right? The sector is growing like crazy, and many companies, as you know, are actually B2B, even in Web3, and we also allow you to meet them. As I said, we seek to be an enabling technology for Web3, right? Not boosting only its very growth, but also the development globally of everyone who gets involved. What do I mean with that? Well, the app will be fundamentally open for everyone. So all the projects, wherever you're based, you can use the app for free, and the market will sort out the best. That is true capitalism, in my opinion. Of course, we will seek to have global reach, but you can at the same time filter, right, for specific wants or needs. Are you looking for a female founder who is into ESG and who is based in Peru? Just to give an example, you can name it and we find it for you through all the people that are using the app. We also allow, through a simple but clever integration with one of our partners, for crypto payments without off-ramping, because of course we have revenue streams, but then users can actually pay with crypto, which resonates with Web3. In terms of our growth model, of course, we focus on projects and investors early on, but later on, we will also look at other types of stakeholders that are fundamental for the growth of the sector. For instance, conferences as users of the app, but also people like advisors. And later on, we will also onboard other types of entities. Imagine Web2 companies that are seeking to enter Web3, but don't know the right people, but also other types of startups that are slowly converging with decentralization. Here's the revenue model. Just two things to say. We will have primary revenue streams based on a subscription model, and secondary revenue streams, you know, the usual suspects, right? About me, I have a multidisciplinary academic background. I'm a lawyer, I'm a political scientist. I hold a master's in digital technologies. I'm ex-Radom Network, which is a great Web3 project. I'm an entrepreneur in the hospitality sector though, because I always had to work while studying, and I'm an author and a speaker, as you can sometimes, you might have seen me spamming LinkedIn and other sorts of mediums. So that's it. In my opinion, opportunity, certainly in Web3, is a terrible thing to waste. So join us and be thrilled instead. Happy to answer your questions, and thank you for listening. Okay.
Thanks so much for that. We'll move into the Q&A session now.
Alexandra, first question from me. How do you want to solve the chicken egg problem of the platform? Because it's a two-sided market, maybe a 2.5-sided market. How you want to solve this?
Well, to be really honest, I don't see it as a chicken egg problem. I think just because we focus very much on the partnerships between Web3 companies, some of the jury members might know, being an ex-partnership kind of guy, that partnerships are so important. So if you can find one another there, including also for B2B opportunities that our Web3 projects also often after, we already have one-sided of the market there. And in fact, there's also quite, I would say, traction coming from investors, both VCs and angels. In fact, we already have 80 people on our waitlist and MVP who I'm actively matching with one another. So there seems to be a little bit of traction in that regard as well, so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Alexandra, thank you for the pitch. Just in comparison to, you know, Web2, Tinder for founders and investors, where do you see the value accrue in what you're building? Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't introduce the slide on the competitive, analysis. I think the fundamental thing here is that we're focusing on the whole ecosystem of Web3. As I said, not only on the founding dimension, which most other platforms are looking at, but also on the partnerships and the B2B deals. Apart from that, people can also instantly chat with one another. They don't have to upload amounts of data. They have full agency over their profiles, what they're submitting in terms of data. And of course, we're free as well, fundamentally, unless you decide to opt in for the paid versions. And as I said, I think what is important too is that we really have the Web3 focus. We will speak the language of Web3. We're very well connected with the Web3 community, and we seek to be Web 2.5 really, and that is potentially an advantage as well.